next time. Go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that. Please, please don't go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that with me. Left wrist, go that, right wrist, go that. This time, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that with me. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Don't get the dark, cause the feds on it. Feds on it, feds on it, feds on it, feds on it. Don't get the dark, cause the feds on it. Get down.
We got London on the trip.
Whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's that made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of the hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. And that's what made me rich. The whole club, my clown way too white to be shooting.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The new era of Carolina football begins. The Panthers and Falcons underway to begin 2023. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And they'll come out with a three tight end look on the first play of the drive. A man in 2020, here's Jahmyr Gibbs. And a short pickup to about the 25. This a 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, here's Burrow, rolling to his right. They're looking deep here for Flowers. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Carolina. Zay Flowers, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Panthers are on the board here first in the season opener. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be our first chance in the new season to see the new fair catch rule for 2023. And this will come out to the 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On second down, here's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really...
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often, 2nd and 24. A quick throw there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Burrow. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that. What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others. Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road? I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball, You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just
5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Burrow will throw. And that is going to be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot, because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
To throw is Rodgers. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. In his 7th season now, here's Alvin Kamara. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A first red zone chance of the new season now as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Williams will try again. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Williams will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had to turn.
And now he's going to go down. A big sack, and they're unable to tie it. Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Now a 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. Forced it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it will be Falcon football. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Moore, the motion man right. They'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Javonte Williams. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Now Arthur Smith going to tell the offense to stay put. We're going for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this... He's got it at the 15. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Tucker now for the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll be out right at the 35. 46 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
The way the game has changed a little bit is that defensive goals have changed in a big way. Nowadays, it's not so much stopping certain yardage or whatever, but it's not giving up big, explosive plays. Anything over 10 yards, you're trying to hold teams below that. When they get one against you, as we just saw there, boy, that really hurts them. It puts them back on their heels a little bit and makes them a little bit less confident.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. 4th down and on his tie long to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw complete here to Waller. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Panthers will take over here at
at their own 14-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. It's out there for their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
From the 33, here's the second down and 6.
Now it's Burrow. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Well, Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here we go. 3rd and 12.
Now Burrow. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line.
58 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. On play action, Rodgers. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Calais Campbell on the stop.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. That one's on the former Patriot, Joe Tooney. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing is Rodgers. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting. There, and it's 3rd down. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts.
I can't believe they let you play. You got 58.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Ty Long now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance. And this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Jahmyr Gibbs with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Now Tucker to add the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Panthers 23, Falcons 16.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. That pass complete to Moore. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Able to shake under pressure. They got him again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Rodgers. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Falcons on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Rodgers. That is caught. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The first catch for Judy, good for a first down. Rodgers going to throw. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Here we go. 1st and goal. Rodgers now to throw. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Javonte Williams with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Falcons have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 49 from up. 49 from up. Let's go, deep tight. 11 MP, Kenny.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now Burrow loses the football. And the Falcons grab it. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And able to get this out to the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Burrow gets this to Waller. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's third down now. Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10.
Flush to his right.
Now Burrow loses the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. To throw, Burrow. And that's complete to Brown. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. Oh, and he'll be tackled and covered up inbounds. They get another first, but they're working with no timeouts.
4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
So I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And the fair catch taken. No time will come off the clock. And they will begin this critical drive at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Rodgers to throw.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
That's caught at the 25. And on the stadium clock says 0, but the one on your screen is the one that matters, and the officials say yes, it's a timeout with 1 second left to go and a field goal try forthcoming to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good, and in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. First throw of overtime for Rodgers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Ty Long now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
On second down, Kamara. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw, it's Rodgers. Oh, and that's so close to being intercepted. That could have been a big turnover in overtime if he had held on. Instead, though, it is still 4th down. Here's Ty Long now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And this returnable for Hines. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. 180.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tie.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Gibbs straight ahead. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And the Panthers have won the football game. Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, you know, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that, because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.
So for the Panthers, they needed overtime to do it, but they get the Week 1 victory thanks to the field goal. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile,